You might also see questions that ask you to evaluate, if possible, sine, cosine, and tangent of the real number. So what I'm trying to do here is find sine at pi over 3, cosine at pi over 3, and tangent at pi over 3. So I'm going to think about my unit circle, and you can look at yours. Pi over 3 is right here, and at pi over 3, the ordered pair is 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. So since sine is the y value, sine at pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. Now, if you plug this into your calculator, you're going to get a decimal. We're not working with decimals. We want exact values, so don't put these in your calculator. Cosine at pi over 3 is the x value, so it's 1/2. And then tangent is always the opposite over the adjacent. So like if I drew in a triangle, the opposite would be the y value and the adjacent would be the x. So always to find tangent, we're going to do our y over our x. So in this case, the y value is the square root of 3 over 2 over the x value, which is 1/2. And then with fractions, we flip and multiply. So I just get square root of 3. Let's think about the next problem. Tangent, or find sine, cosine, and tangent at negative 3 pi over 2. So I'm going to think about negative 3 pi over 2. This is negative 1 pi over 2, negative 2 pi over 2, and negative 3 pi, negative 1 pi over 2, negative 2 pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2 would be right here. So I'm going to use the ordered pair at this spot, which is 0, 1. So sine in this case is going to be 1. Cosine is going to be 0 because it's the x value. And tangent is always the y value over the x value. And my y value is 1, and my x value is 0. And 1 divided by 0 is actually undefined. So that would be my answer in this particular case. It would be undefined at negative 3 pi over 2. In fact, you could test that on your calculator. If you're in degree mode, you could type in tangent of negative 270, which is also the same thing as tangent 90. And you would see on your calculator, you would get error because it's undefined at that place.